welcome back to Exposed. And if I'm welcoming you back and you like it here, I'd love it if you stayed and subbed. If everyone's got 1,000 questions about this. Was just talking to Jed about it, and I've seen a couple of comments, and one said, "Is she covered?" And it's like, yeah, I wondered that. Anyway, I found the terms and conditions, all 19 of them. Introduction. Welcome to Lisa D1 Inc. This site is owned and operated by Lisa D1 Inc. We or us. These terms and conditions govern our use of our site, hereafter referred to as the site. These terms include information about usage, licensing, and intellectual property. Please read these terms carefully. By using the site, you consent to these legally binding terms as well as our privacy policy, which is hereby incorporated. Consent and capacity. In order to use our services, you must be at least 18. Your use of our services is conditioned on your acceptance of these terms. If you do not agree with these terms, please discontinue your use of the site. By using our services, you warrant that you are entering into a binding contract with Lisa D1 Inc. Areas of the site may also be subject to additional terms. Any additional terms are not intended to replace or supersede these terms, but rather supplement these terms in those specific areas. Please take the time to familiarise yourself with the additional conditions of those areas before accessing them. Any new features or tools which are added to the current store shall also be subject to the terms of service. You can review the most current version of the terms of service at any time on this page. We reserve the right to update, change, or replace any part of these terms of service by posting updates and/or changes to our website. It is your responsibility to check this page periodically for changes. Your continued use or access to the website following the posting of any charges constitutes acceptance of those changes. You must not use our products for any illegal or unauthorized purpose, nor may you, in the use of the service, violate any laws in your jurisdiction, including but not limited to copyright laws. You must not transmit any worms or viruses or any code of a destructive nature. A breach of violation of any of the terms will result in immediate termination of your services. Intellectual property rights. Lisa Inc.'s trademarks, trade names, logos, and other intellectual property incorporated into the site are the sole property of Lisa Inc. or its licensors and are protected under copyright, trademark, trade secret, and other intellectual property laws. Copying or distributing any material, illustrations, photographs, video, or content from the site without consent is strictly prohibited. Sharing, logins, reselling, or uploading package and/or course files to sharing sites is considered stealing and copyright infringement, and we may prosecute such misconduct to the fullest extent permitted by the law. Lisa Inc. provides you with this package and/or course solely for your personal, non-commercial use, and if you agree that you will not use such proprietary information or materials in any way whatsoever except for use in compliance with this agreement, additionally, any use that constitutes an infringement of any of the above stated intellectual property rights is prohibited. We, in our sole discretion, reserve the right to remove any content or take any steps deemed appropriate to protect such rights. User content. Lisa Inc. may allow its users to post, upload, or comment on content on the site. This user-generated content includes, but is not limited to, reviews, testimonials, and comments, whether directly on the site or via email. By posting on the site or sending via email, you grant Lisa Inc. a perpetual, non-exclusive, unrestricted, worldwide license to any and all of the user content you post or send. You acknowledge that you are the sole owner of any copyrights and that your content does not infringe the rights of any third parties. You agree to be fully responsible for any content you post on the site. User reviews, testimonials, comments, pictures, and ideas posted on the site or sent via electronic mail may be used to improve Lisa Inc. By submitting user content, you give permission to store and use such content to improve our services. Yeah, not for you. Lisa Inc. may monitor any user's content posted to the site. We reserve the right at our discretion to remove, terminate, or prohibit users from accessing the site for any reason or no reason or with or without notice. You agree that your comments will not violate any right of any third party, including copyright, trademark, privacy, personality, or other personal or proprietary right. You further agree that your comments will not contain libelous or otherwise unlawful, abusive, or obscene material, or contain any computer virus or other malware that could in any way affect the operation of the service or any related website. You may not use a false email address, pretend to be someone other than yourself, or otherwise mislead us or third parties as to the origin of any comments. You are solely responsible for any comments you make and their accuracy. We take no responsibility and assume no liability for any comments posted by you or any third party. User responsibilities. Users of the site agree to the following guidelines. 1. You will keep your username and password confidential. You will not share this information with any other person. 2. You will not use another user's login and registration information. 3. You will not create fake accounts for the purpose of spamming users or visitors, collecting personal information with or without consent, or any other deceptive practices. 4. You will not circumvent, evade, disable, or otherwise interfere with the security of the site. 5. You will not infringe the intellectual property rights of others. Additionally, to access certain portions of the site, you may be required to provide information. The information you provide must be truthful, accurate, and complete. The information you provide is subject to our privacy policy, which is hereby incorporated into these terms. Personal information. Your submission of personal information through the site is governed by our privacy policy. Click here to view our privacy policy. Do I need to do that? Let's have a look. Whoa. The Universe Guru. So she's just sent you to where she did her course for you to read what they say. Right, I'll read that in a minute. Disclaimer. We reserve the right to refuse service to anyone for any lawful reason. The site, its content, and all the materials are as is and as available, without warranty or guarantee. You access the site at your own risk, understanding that the Universe Guru LLC disclaims any and all warranties, including but not limited to express or implied warranties of merchantability, fitness for a particular purpose, or non-infringement. The Universe Guru will not be responsible for or liable for any damage that may arise from your use of this site. The Universe Guru disclaims any and all warranties pertaining to the accuracy and usefulness of the materials, content, software, or services provided via the site. The Universe Guru makes no promises or representations that our software is free from viruses, malware, or any other harmful components, or that the site will be available without interruption. We are not responsible if information made available on this site is not accurate, complete, or current. The material on this site is provided for general information only and should not be relied upon or used as the sole basis for making decisions without consulting primary, more accurate, more complete, or more timely sources of information. Any reliance on the material on this site is at your own risk. This site may contain certain historical information. Historical information necessarily is not current and is provided for your reference only. Occasionally, there may be information on our site or in the service that contains typographical errors, inaccuracies, or omissions that may relate to product descriptions, pricing, promotions, offers, product, shipping charges, transit times, and availability. We reserve the right to correct any errors, inaccuracies, or omissions and to change or update information or cancel orders if any information in the service or on any related website is inaccurate at the time without prior notice, including after you've submitted your order. We undertake no obligation to update, amend, or clarify information in the service or on any related website, including without limitation pricing information except as required by law. No specified update or refresh date applied in the service or on any related website should be taken to indicate that all information in the service or on any related website has been modified or updated. I need a drink. Basically, what they're saying on here is you give us your money, and if you think what we provide you with is shit, tough luck. If you want to tell someone else it's shit, we'll just delete you and say you were never here. Do you know what I mean? We reserve the right to modify the contents of this site or the prices of our products at any time without notice, but we have no obligation to update any information on our site. You agree that it is your responsibility to monitor changes on our site. This section applies to you to the full extent allowed by applicable law. Limitation of liability. To the maximum extent provided by applicable law, the Universe Guru does not accept liability for loss or damage of any kind, be it direct, indirect, consequential, special, exemplary, incidental, actual, punitive, or otherwise, whether it arises from personal injury, financial loss, data loss, opportunity loss, third-party use or misuse, aggregate service, personal dissatisfaction, or any other damage resulting from your use of the site. The full assumption of risk and therefore responsibility lies with you, the user and visitor. The Universe Guru, its directors, shareholders, employees, representatives, agents, subsidiaries, assigners and licensors will not be held liable in any event for jurisdictions in which statutory law prohibits the limitation of certain types of liability related to the gross negligence of a party. The Universe Guru liability is limited to the full extent allowed by applicable law. How much more of this is? Oh, it's not that much. Okay. But they're basically saying we can do what we like. You have to check before you do anything, while you're doing something, after you've done something, to make sure all the advice is the same or it hasn't changed. And we're not liable for anything. Certain content, products and services available. Did I do that bit? The information and advice contained in the package and or course website or provided through blogs, emails, programs, services or products is not intended to be a substitute for professional medical advice by a therapist or any healthcare professional, financial advice by a licensed advisor or certified public accountant or other professional. Lisa is not a medical health practitioner or medical health provider, nor a financial or tax advisor, and is not holding itself out to be in any capacity. Lisa is not providing counselling or therapy services or attempting to diagnose, treat or cure in any manner whatsoever any physical or mental ailment. Lisa is not providing financial advice, investment advice or tax advice in any manner whatsoever. Rather, Lisa serves as a coach, mentor and guide who helps you reach your own relationship and financial goals through positive, healthy methods that give you the option to create lifestyle changes that help you gain or maintain relationships. We make no guarantees of results. Certain content, products and services available via our service may include materials from third parties. Third-party links on this site may direct you to third-party websites that are not affiliated with us. We are not responsible for examining or evaluating the content or accuracy, and we do not warrant and will not have any liability or responsibility for any third-party materials or websites, or for any other materials, products or services of third parties. We are not liable for any harm or damages related to the purchase or use of goods, services, resources, content, or any other transactions made in connection with any third-party websites. Please review carefully the third party's policies and practices and make sure you understand them before you engage in any transaction. Complaints, claims, concerns, or questions regarding third-party products should be directed to the third party. Indemnification. You agree to indemnify and hold harmless Lisa Inc., its directors, shareholders, employees, representatives, agents, subsidiaries, assigners and licensors from and against any lawsuits, disputes, claims, proceedings, demands, costs or expenses relating to or stemming from any use of the site or your breach of these terms and any other policies incorporated into this agreement. Payments. You are responsible for paying for the package and or course in full and for providing Lisa with a valid credit card or other payment method if the payment is declined, returned or deemed fraudulent. Your access to the package and or course will be terminated until all payments are made in full. If you enroll through the payment plan and you miss a payment, your access to the package and or course will be suspended until you provide a valid credit card or other payment method. Multiple missed payments may result in termination of your access to the package and or course unless all remaining payments are made in full. Refunds. Unless otherwise stated, all items and programs purchased are 100% non-refundable and returns will not be accepted. Chargebacks. Purchasing items and then opening chargeback disputes is credit card fraud and will be treated as such. You may be held responsible for any administrative and legal fees resulted in obtaining payment. You will lose access to all courses purchased and your account locked if a dispute or chargeback is opened up against the payments. You will also not be able to purchase any future courses or services on our site. Termination. Lisa may at any time terminate any program or service or any part thereof, including revoking access to any programs or services previously purchased, if you breach any of the terms and conditions or any agreement, by ways of example: A. Failure by you to make timely, complete and conforming payment according to the program of service you purchased. B. Are abusive, rude, aggressive or otherwise illicit threatening behaviour in writing, physically or verbally towards anyone within Lisa D1 Inc. or associated with the Mina Earthen brand. Or C. Harass, abuse, insult, harm, defame, slander, disparage, intimidate or discriminate anyone within Lisa Inc. or associated with the Mina Earthen brand on any social media platform. Or, so if you do her course and you think she's shite and you go on the Gossip Bakery and you tell all the others that her thing is shit, you can't do that. Or D. Breach of the representations or warranties set forth in these terms and conditions or any other agreement shall entitle Lisa to terminate its business relation with you. If any agreement is terminated for cause, Lisa shall have no payment obligation to you. Moreover, there will be no reimbursement of payments you already made, and in the event a payment plan was agreed upon, you will remain liable for the full payment. What the actual fuck? So if you've decided to do a 10-thing course and you've set up a payment plan and you've done your first hour with her and you think she's a fucking raving lunatic and you don't... Wow. Confidentiality. You shall preserve in strict confidence all confidential, sensitive, or proprietary information of Lisa Inc. or received from Lisa Inc., whether or not marked proprietary or confidential, and whether oral or written. So basically, they can't talk about the hour they spent with her. Confidential information shall not include information that you can demonstrate by written evidence was publicly available at the time of disclosure or was independently developed by you without reference to confidential information. You will not disclose or cause to be disclosed at any time any confidential information obtained from Lisa, or use or cause to be used of any such confidential information for any purpose, except as required in the performance of the program or services. You hereby represent, warrant, and covenant that you shall maintain physical, electronic, and procedural safeguards designed to ensure the security, integrity, and confidentiality of all confidential information, protect against any anticipated threats or hazards to the security, integrity, or confidentiality of confidential information, and protect against unauthorized access to or use or disclosure of confidential information. Choice of law. These terms and any disputes arising from the use of the site are governed by and construed according to the law of the state of Texas. Why Texas? She's in North Carolina. Each party agrees to submit to the courts of the state of Texas and that the state of Texas has personal jurisdiction over the matter. Dispute resolution. We believe that it's beneficial to all parties to quickly resolve any potential disputes as efficiently and cost effectively as possible. In line with this belief, you agree that any disputes arising from your use of this site will be handled and resolved according to the provisions of these terms, unless otherwise explicitly stated. If a dispute arises, you agree to first contact us and attempt to resolve any such issues informally. If informal attempts fail, you agree to submit any claim, dispute, or controversy to binding arbitration. You agree to waive any and all rights to a jury trial you may have in any and all judicial procedures and proceedings related to any dispute arising from your use of the site under these terms. All parties waive their rights to present claims in a class action suit. Severability. If any portion of these terms is deemed unenforceable, void, or invalid for any reason, the remaining provisions of these terms will remain unaffected and will not be considered unenforceable, void, or invalid. They will maintain the full force of law to the extent possible. Changes to these terms. We may update these terms from time to time. If any of the updates are made to these terms, they will be posted here. Please check this page frequently for updates. Contact us. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns about these terms or our services, please contact us via email at support@lisalisad1.com. What an utter load of fucking bollocks. That basically says, give us your money and shut the fuck up. We're liable for nothing and we can sue you if we feel like it. Wow. And I'm probably at the bottom of the bed. Oh no, I'm still in the square. And now I'm hoarse. Really? If you got to the end of this, congratulations. And I will see you in the next one.